Radio Biafra USA, where the big mama station, Radio Biafra London, and IPOB Community Radio, where the director, His Excellency a leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the person where they have now, Mazi Alozie, and I throw my salute to my Ucho from the season, they win. They want they win. How are they? Nabalachi. But Tumbachita March 24, 2022, Bachelaba Koso, editing the chrono like age. Oh, regala, but you hunano. Like a boom, the month don't end. Oga, you go pay me today. Oga, you go pay me today. Our people, my money palaba with the fight. Money palaba. We know the fight. How we go day breed for tomorrow. My cool for tomorrow. My money. Even somebody where in one leg there for grave say they don't shoot them. If they look back, say where my money? Money is road, money pass road. And so we do. Today, now waiting the happen, and like I told you now, plenty the happen. The one way you start it, like the one way you know. The one way you know with the one make you sabi, and I just don't know there would the abuse sabi, maybe the question. Ebola you, Nnamdi, no dawo. Ebola you, Ebola Egomo, Nnamdi, Ebola no, Nnamdi, Ebola no, Nnamdi, Heme Biela no you, dawo. What are we need? They can't give you order, defend yourself. What you need to know, capital. Make you not defend yourself, make you bring your go. Ndi bere na ga na ga bu kwa ebe. Na hu bi di beri be man. Kana ganiru.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
From 7th April 2022,
the selling and eating of nama, also known as cow meat,
is forbidden in Biafra land.
Be warned.
Because why you know hear them, you hear them. Supplement of cow meat, Abala break April 7. The way you go the waka for cow meat now, palaba. And make you not take and say a joke, no play with the play. Not take and say a play. Because you do not say no the play. You know, say when we tell them, say this now the thing way they happen, this now the thing way we want to make it happen. So that everything go good for us. We not go allow make you spoil. We we not gonna make you spoil. Because why? People don't die looking for Biafra. People don't die because they won't be free. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't take all the punishment because of you. Only berberism make you ask yourself, Abi, you belong, Abi, it concern you. Yes, so it concern you. The prodigal sons. The prodigal sons. Before we go continue, I get the question why I go ask you. You too, you'll be because why? You see the governor where they in charge of here and the metanala. These people go God take the thing where God to take bless one. Go give them to contract for foreign Chinese men, China man, and the French man, and the British man. They go can't take them. Now they go take them. They look at them for crocodile eye. Then go take them. Take the money. Your governor, you want me for. Because why? Na ingo give authority. Bia kana kukwasiunu bia wele ni he na okichuko kike obia manene lugwe na meko na contact. They go contact. Abi your governor suma bi umumlefu. How umumlefu? Because that thing na ingo una for take bielendo. Okama na onyozo. Then go they chop the tea way there for your pocket, but the tea way go get and that may say you don't share them. You don't share them. All debt. Where you the waka make you go get your own share. The two way they have for your back. Your governors will you where they listen to this one mefu. One mefu. Not tell me say you not be governor. Make I tell you why you be one mefu. You be one mefu too because why? Chicken na turkey wotu. I be not be so. Even though chicken make turkey turkey they waka with two legged, chicken they waka with two legs. Chicken get to two wings, turkey get to two wings. Chicken get to tail, turkey get to tail. All of them get on one hand and get on mad. The same way where the governors they come me for leg, all one me for na so na be me for two. Because why? As the governor they come bring the China man, they come take your you, if you not be one if you go tell the governor, say now why the move will here to cook a man? They go on the boom, you want me. You want me because you can in a real caso and not true in a real caso. Because why? Because when they come sell the to China man, they no one make it talk, they can't give you small. They make you. And the ABL may vex me, be say, when una come take the money, then the ones wey no reach, una go sit down for the head. Now where that word miscreant begin ring bell for my ear. Now, because you know say you no fit to talk. You want me for Obasage, but Obasage. And now go. You know they get to pay. You know they get to chop. The one way you take it money, way good police go take them from your road for road. You know they talk. And he said you go be boy for the policeman. We go collect money. Like say no they collect money. Then you go sit down like say you be angel. You angel Gabriel. When you heard you know, but the guy no do. A full animal go bring Satima. AK-47. Another come. You see that truck? Make you go the driver hand the day for them. Make you go bring the go collect them. You want me? If we do here and if we not talk, I'm not gonna know. Lead establish yes, we go support them because they don't serve us. April 9, 2022, time 4 p.m. For fundraising for ESN. Now Austria. It could be from Zoom. It could be from Zoom. The honorable member will go be there now. Mazi Nnamdi, the deputy HOD. Mazi Abanyam, the European rep, and Madam Nene, the head of finance. The host POB national coordinator, Mazi Nnamdi, the chief launcher Roland Mabeze, the moderator Mazi Biafra, Chidi Machineke, and Mazi Neke. Austria people that them they hold that for our ESN. DOS approved. If DOS no dey there, be careful. Don't throw away your money. When I don't see the two way they happen. When I don't see all the engineers, I think when I don't begin to see the money. When I wake up, when I don't begin to see the money. I be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I be behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Here with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tie. Bene rio mi minazo. You dey believe? Akwa si Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no but for bottom of the heart. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no dey there. Oji daga nazo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu me primi adwa the thing che. Nasi chine echem na yana Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so. Akwa Mazi Nnamdi na so we dey take something like say you dey drive Land Rover, put am for overdrive. So make una remember the fundraising. Say it go be for April 9, 2022. Make you remember for ESN fundraising. And then they take ESN name, they collect money. The question where we they ask now, all them people who say then they take ESN, they collect money, ESN. Now na consi say na lie. Because why? Nowhere where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring this person. So you say this na my ESN branch. And you go see the photo. Now there them bust them ass. Now there came a brocotele. The intellectuals, not they talk this time, but the people will say then they raise money for years. Now when I don't sabi say not be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ESN. Women who bomb nanya. Women who know them nanya. They go na lala bye bye. They go na lala bye bye. Now they don't begin to bust themselves. The money not collect, we not give them to ESN. The money na this person get them. The money the one when I get which bank on the pen. Now the story when I hear, but when they collect, I say I need ESN. For the fact say when I know that name ESN. When you bring up on yours, I see ESN come and give me. Gaga Zuruji on yours, and they go give them ESN. Gaga bread on yours, and they brought on yours, and they go give them. They will be on yours, and they give them put here. ESN no melon again. I be not be the thing with not be the people who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu create make a copy. Then I command that ESN. I command that uno got to recruit. Una make a we go give you everything. We go give you. I got to tell devil my. We make you bring this. Make we give them. Go send a ESN. Yeah, put a mail. No, hotel abe back from ESN. Madole kono. Ajuju na June. Madole. Putra na ESN. This na ESN face. Never see. Borokoko. When they make this with the big, this is not ESN. Give him young one boy yo. Then Gabia he what a clean neighbor, just China the other day. Yeah, they are fully back. That ESN. They won't destroy ESN name. Then you go consider where the ESN there for background and as Photoshop. Make sure you support the way the criminality. You get confidence for our leader. You should get confidence for our leader. And then they take our leader, they take our leader and the name of our leader. And I know say some of them they honestly think say they do something for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the upkeep of yes. But the thing they say common sense, we no common. Common sense even Afwana Azutamu, you no get that. Because you go not say once somebody say they with you, if they criticize your name, if they with you, they say you not be better person, if they with you say they fight for you, if they say they with you, they say God look after your family, and when you turn around they beat them. And then he not supposed to give me when I say they do with you. And if they believe them, they go. You not just say my brother, not be so we talk. Now on our way down begin ask question. Now where when I don't begin ask question. When I don't begin they see the two way with the tell them. What to be a gelema? Make you no call up the where you don't know. The Begeli where you know, now where you go to call. No be Begeli where you don't know. Now when I don't get smartphone, phone where sapi pass you. So you no say that phone where you hold for hand, he go tell you say somebody call you. And he go tell you say, but this person will call you, he never call you before. And got to try. Hello? There's a child now. So don't get you for security. You say your name now, Begeli. The voice do you sabi a Begeli. Are you supposed to know the name of a Begeli? Even if in a name now one you sabi the name, make you not be say just a woman. In a man to head them for chicken, be good for the turkey. You know, so this not be a Begeli no more. Not be voice, got to European. Now, not be okay, can them got European. I think man away up again. Yes, I think say na the other Begeli. How you there now? Yeah, but give me minute. You know, the ability of Begeli will not say to Thomas, what is your problem? He called me and said, name na Begeli, and I think say na you. But why you no hang up if you not be me? You not you be way. They're gonna secure who are Begeli. These people they take the name of our leader and our leader no go. No respect for our leader. But you say, onye da kwa gị n'azụ, onye da anyị kwa gị n'azụ, ebe gara anyị ga-eso gị. You not obey in law. You not obey. You not obey. You not to follow the direction. Our people make a tell on. The thing where you go here today. The thing where you go here today. We don't they tell on about the cities where they take come out from their land. Buru hakobo, bupu hanala. They say you don't know. How will you? How will you? Then they do not the same thing. Our leader they tell us say this is not the thing where they happen. You act like say you know here. Make una listen to these brokers. Now from US 60 minutes. Onye aka ya na-adịghị ọcha na-edufu mmadụ. Onye aka ya na-adịghị ọcha na-edufu mmadụ. So
Sorti l'autre côté là-bas, sorti l'autre côté là-bas, dans l'occipé ça. Un petit peu déraciné, qui peut vivre dans la pauvreté. Nous partons dans l'identité. Un petit peu déraciné, qui peut vivre dans la pauvreté.
There are times when one tragedy, one crime, tells us how a whole system works behind its democratic facade and helps us understand how much of the world is run for the benefit of the powerful and how governments often justify their actions with lies. The film you're about to see is a shocking, almost incredible story. A government calling itself civilized, tricked and expelled its most vulnerable citizens so that it could give their homeland to a foreign power for a military base. This was all done in high secrecy, and this same government and its successors then watched its citizens starve to death. It watched them despair and take their own lives, while at the same time ministers and their officials mounted a campaign of deception that went all the way up to the Prime Minister. That government was a British government whose policies are continued today. This report is about a faraway people most of you will have never heard of, and yet the lies covering the injustice done to them will be all too familiar. This is Diego Garcia, the main island of the Chagos group in the Indian Ocean. It was once a phenomenon of natural beauty and peace, a paradise. Today it is one of America's biggest military bases in the world. There are more than 2,000 troops, 2 bomber runways, 30 warships, and a satellite spy station.
B-1 and B-52 long-range bombers extended their reach from the British base at Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean.
From here, the United States has attacked Afghanistan and Iraq. The Pentagon calls it an indispensable platform for policing the world.
1, right, 3 o'clock.
Diego Garcia is a British colony. It lies midway between Africa and Asia, one of a group of unique coral islands. This is rare film taken by missionaries before the Americans came in the 1960s. 2,000 people lived in the Chagos Islands, a gentle Creole population originally from Africa and India, whose communities dated back to the late 18th century. They were thriving villages, a school, a hospital, a jail, a church, a railway, and above all, a benign, undisturbed way of life.
Si mon grand-mère Misaïl, roi naissance le Diego Gracia, mon grand-mère n'est là-bas, mon maman n'est là-bas, moi mon est là-bas, si moi mon fait 6 enfants Diego, et nan di moun qui plus grand que mon grand-mère Misaïl, qui a des enfants là-bas.
Diego qui est plus bon souvenir, tu manges, tu bois, l'amène pas si manque non. Les amènes nous pas acheter non ici, à part de l'aise, pour nous mettre l'eau. Qui n'a poule, canard, porc, n'a mon ban monsieur, de la mer sec. Moi, là, je prends autres dans la mer avec moi, je t'attrape poisson, je t'amène les autres, je dévore moi.
Unknown to the islanders, all this was about to end. A conspiracy was underway between the governments of Britain and the United States. The year is 1961. In this film, never seen before, the man on the right is Rear Admiral Grantham of the US Navy. His visit to Diego Garcia marked the beginning of a top-secret Anglo-American survey of the island for a military base so vast that it would cost over $1 billion. The Chagos Islands were then governed from Mauritius, 1,000 miles away. When Mauritius got its independence from Britain in 1968, it was on condition that it would lay no claim to the Chagos Islands. Hidden from Parliament and the US Congress, the deal was this. The Americans wanted the island, in their words, swept and sanitized. An entire population was declared expendable. All of them were to be deported.
The British and American authorities implemented a policy decision that was aimed at depriving that community in the Chagos from basic supplies. No milk, no dairy products, no oil, no sugar, no salt, no medication, no more of the things you use in life.
The effect of the policy was to terrify many of them into leaving. They were also told their islands might be bombed. In the spring of 1971, Sir Bruce Greatbatch, KCVO, CMG, MBE, Governor of the Seychelles, gave the order that all the dogs on Diego Garcia were to be killed. These were much-loved pets, and the horror of their killing was taken as a warning by the islanders. Almost 1,000 pets were rounded up and gassed using the exhaust fumes from American military vehicles.
Ça les enfants là content aux autres méchants quand pays nous rase autres méchants divan d'autres pays pleurer d'autres pays crier c'est là ça grain.
I mean, the relationship with our pets should be the same whether you are Chagosian or whether you are British, and they were absolutely destroyed by the fate reserved to their dogs, and many of them told me in no uncertain words, they were told that any objection to a depopulation, they would suffer the same fate.
Perhaps the lowest trick was that those islanders needing to go to Mauritius were prevented from returning home.
Tout le monde qui est là-bas, on vient pour venir sur le bébé, pour retourner dans l'endroit. Les camarades, les bureaux, il y a bien sagrin, il tape les deux, il y a bien sagrin, Élysée. Papa encore là-bas, je suis vendu. Le bonhomme, tu peux assiser dans le sofa. Moi, dans mon figure, comme ça, je me sur les bras tombés comme ça. Il y a une concession en place. Sur la main paralysée, sur la bouche, tout ça là. Les vies, on m'a dit l'hôpital. On voit ça même à sa concession là-même.
The remaining population were summoned to the administrator's office and told that their homeland had been sold and that those who remained will be loaded onto ships and expelled. In this photograph, people are standing in silence, stunned.
Il fait une réunion Côte bureau, on appelle nous tout, nous pas obligés de quitter. Mais ce que tu peux passer là-bas, nous tu connais, pareil, comment tu peux faire avec nous les chiens, tu peux faire sans même en nous, sans pitié.
They were forced onto this vessel, the SS Nordwehr. They were allowed to take only one suitcase. Sir Bruce Greatbatch insisted that the horses took pride of place on deck. The women and children were made to sleep in the hold on a cargo of bird fertilizer, bird shit.
Là, nous d'un seul matelas. Quantité d'enfants qui ont dit, ils ont mis un seul matelas. Nous-mêmes qui sommes animaux. Nous-mêmes, dans ce chien, femmes, enfants, nous qui sommes animaux, le mot.
The first port of call was the Seychelles, where they were herded from the boat. This is a rusting monument to their agony. From here they were marched up the hill to a prison that has since been demolished. They were kept in cells until they were transported to Mauritius. This is Port Louis, the capital of Mauritius. Here they were dumped on the docks, bewildered and terrified.
Some of them stayed on the docks, waiting for the next ship to take them back home, you see. And there was never to be a ship to take them back home.
They were taken to this housing estate, which was then derelict and had been taken over by animals.
Là, nous avons là-bas la cité bon maçon, pena de l'eau, pena la lumière, voyez que tout ce mal proté, pena la porte, pena la fenêtre.
It was hell. I went to see them.
What way was it hell, do you think?
It was the filth, no water in those houses, and no sanitation. So it was really, the children, they had no clothes, the children were absolutely as if they'd been rolled over in ash and earth, and then when it rained it was water everywhere.
The islanders began to die, not only from poverty, but from what they call sadness. Lizette, now in her 60s, lost 2 children.
Les enfants sont extraordinaires parce qu'il y en a qui voient avec moi. L'état moi mon gars ça nouvelle là mon sagrin la tristesse il va elle dit les sagrins ça l'autre enfant là il tient à 8 ans il a ce sagrin il connaît qu'à depuis là-bas tout ce qui peut causer tout ce qui peut passer peut quitter ce pays il reste sans sagrin ça raison là que ça veut dire le docteur j'ai pas qu'à changer la sagrin.
They would sing their way through life. Here, I mean, they wept their way through life, and they're still weeping, you see. And there were, as you mentioned, so many cases of suicides. But there were so many cases of children, not receiving proper care and dying in hospital. I know the case of one lady who lost 2 children within 2 or 3 months, and she wasn't able even to perform the funerals of her child because she didn't have the money necessary for that, and it was the state who took care of it. From the hospital, the child was taken to the cemetery. You see, do you realize what sort of a trauma, what sort of experience this is for an old lady? And this old lady is still weeping to be able to go back home.
By the end of 1975, the secret expulsion of the people of the Chagos Islands was complete. A survey of their conditions in exile told of 26 families that had died together in poverty, of 9 suicides, of young girls forced into prostitution in order to survive. The report gave these examples. Elaine and Michelle Musa, mother and child, committed suicide. Leonie Rangasamy, prevented from going back, drowned herself. Tareen Chateau, no job, no roof, committed suicide. This was a glimpse of the suffering inflicted by the British government, and yet in a letter dated 16th of August 1976, a Foreign Office official wrote, and I quote, "Although we have no information about deaths, some deaths are bound to have occurred in the normal course of events."
The death of thousands of Biafras will not stop us. I always remember it. The organizing thing is that when we talk about Britain, you people think we are playing. All the evil in this world is from Britain. Then they act like say they know sabi the way they happen. But na them they manipulate, na them they roll. They can buy na kota preta. They could chagare ton about bam pidonishi kakata. They could tell they look up by ngari ton about bam from the beginning. Stand and bow. Here we hear this not the two way British people they do to people. This not be 1800, this not 1975, 61 to 75. And they boom the wholesale Brugina like we they talk about Diego Garcia. What about Biafra? What about Biafra? Now the two way not the experience. They happen. They happen wirely. Una go United Nations, you work pay. Una go EU, yeah, we the here na, you pay. United Nations and Gutierrez, you pay. And the Britain tell una properly for na own eye. Nothing we na do take and come we go sit down on top. Nobody go talk. What about the prodigal son Sulore? I believe they know. When we they bring a make on sabi say too much play. Misu Iberibe. Too much play brings Iberibe. Too much atuno qualify it to no sabi nothing. Anybody will be atuno look and properly no get brain. because before you go open your mouth, they don't tell you the answer. Because you not go think whether that answer will they give you be like a husband and wife why you better they will answer pure. This thing don't happen so te umuwa yibo kechenu kunu jitunu break because why? You see that nonsense Hollywood here on no now self what they do, because this one be say you there for your papa land they happen. When the Fulanis go come clean up in a commode, you no go fit to get power. So if you say they open your leg, look on they act like they believe it. This thing where they do now, careful plan where they make for Biafra. Make them take the thing where God give them. Take them come out, take the oil, take the gold, take the any resources where you get, they can come out. Then begin to kill them, then they kill us. And then you get your paramefu, or they might go tell you say, Buhari say, come take more arms. But the one way happened for Kaduna 2 days ago, Buhari no call Kaduna governor, all fine. Come make I give you a troop. Now for Biafra land. And another see then they kill us, then they kill our sons, then they destroy our daughters. So now they make Hollywood. And then they otherwise go tell you say would that be grade 1 for prostitution. We know they look up. With the look at say now because na full man talk. But the akebe no na I no le anya kuru. Then they fight us everywhere. No. The men deji watakri. Eji yego bread. How you go find a way no get industry? The trap it don't catch us. The trap it don't catch us. This thing where they listen to it happened yesterday. Not be saying na 1800. Where they tell on say these people go exile on from a land. And then they can say I will autopilot. And they can say how confusion, what stock everywhere. And then I know the quote you. When you're not going to this not the thing will happen, this not the thing will go up. No go to a large Joe. I will IPO the real legal. Nnamdi, Sabi one another accusing Nnamdi chop money. The same people when they send make they can't destroy Igbo people, Easterners. Now the same people where brab na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no take them. Now person will not take Dubai, no take oil well, no take anything. What did you just say? Now Biafra I want for my people. Now how you go content and say the man chop money? Una bear me weakness. Una bear me weakness. So una accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of chop money because you know declare war. Lenin don't japo agog. Neru ebule. Kweke ebule bi sejak. Kweke ebule di sejak. Di ebule you know richer. However, I hear to hell with your blade in a gog. Now the thing where them they do us. This is thing where we talk, we go talk and tomorrow we go finish them. So that when you know wake up, you think say you be somebody. See how then they do people. ndị akwa ndị ojii o, ndị akwa ndị ojii. Almost some half of them when they are buru, they are habira burucha. That then go put them for island. They don't live there since memorial, like you say. This na your ancestral land, Biafra. But then there for the backyard of your house. Shion. Then the one young the boy you swear go help. Then the brother, come be a bubago. Come be security. The prodigal son. Don't finish us. And then you come include the two. Because you are coerced. You could request. You could request. And let us say, keep your eye on the ball. Any politician, come vote for me. I'm for federal government. Which federal government? The federal government which Britain they control. If you say Britain not the control federal government, will be Katrina Long. Now who Katrina Long be? If you don't not be Britain, they control your government. When you know shaka, you be wait to make you do the work on. And you do what to wait. Where you go wait? But the Hana Banolo, military, to melt. Let me analyze. Let me do everybody on Facebook, everybody on commentator, everybody on analyzer. Allah enough. Okay, we make we join hand together. I know Katamam Riabo for Fufana, but no Konakana Kota. I don't declare the brokers the way we go be. So we go to go. We go to go. Huh? This story we go deeper tomorrow. So I won't tell you, I say the thing where you think say it's impossible. It is possible. You say it is impossible. But the thing where they tell you say it is possible. It they happen for your eye. They will do menal. You go for trouble. I say I know begin talk with Jaja. I talk him the way he be. This in the born in Hollywood, when they kill us, when they kill our Pekin, when they spoil our Pekin. Hollywood actors in Debo. If we not get control, my ejikota wayaka. You think be said the money when I no get them. When I do this to finish, you live in a ratio. What kind of sickness when I get them? Now poverty come put una for this thing, and then they use una promote una to come destroy una youths. But you see the likeness what they do for people of Diego Garcia, where the mixture of Indians and Idoji. We just tennis you to Tamuno Coco. Tiene Kete, Gahagare, Britain. Katrina Lang, Jeremy Hunt, Boris Johnson, with the good London. We are giving you employment. When you graduate, you come. Then they depopulate now. Ndị ghọtara ihe na-eme then they take them come out. Ndị with the body ball. A na-agba ụlọ gbanye ọnụ anụ gụcha ala gbanye tinye isi ụlọ ndị agba onye ga-eme pụtụtụ. Paulina biko rapụ n'aka obi m atụgbo m. Paulina biko rapụ n'aka ego m agwụla Paulina. Onye dị ndụ na-achọ Paulina, onye nwụrụ anwụ ama ebe Paulina gara. Tomorrow na gosi continue ihe ndị Britain na-eme n'ụwa. Ndị kuwe kotere nwokachi ha galara ndị ọzọ tinye na ya. They sweet me, who go pay? The call number na +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Good day. We go good. Tomorrow go hear the rest of them. I go finish them. Make you not think say na joke, not be joke, not be joke, na real. Our leader will come say show na road. Make we follow this road the waka. We not like the way the man they talk. How you want to make it talk? Maybe she doge Joe. When I chill I guess you not like the way they talk. Call your name and way they call Jerry. There.
I don't know which day will be which day again. I will greet you anyway.
Today na Thursday. Now waiting there.
Yeah, I'm waiting there. I will greet you.
There.
I will greet you. The Trowe salute. And the Trowe salute for all the whole Biafran. The Trowe salute for our leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anywhere they. The Trowe salute for the whole IPOB family member. In every part of the world. They carry our message there, Waka. I said, let people say they are my blessing. Yes, every one of one. Now, we are not getting too much to talk to them. They're one of our leader. One of our leader brokers. I don't know.
Simon, your line don't pay you. Your line don't back. Tell her your name and where they come from. The line don't die again. Internet problem, it don't begin. Abdullah only happy. They don't begin to spoil the line. When you talk true, they not belong here. When you talk true, when you talk well, they no one make you hear.
I beg my dad before I go drop. Say this your number there for WhatsApp. My dad
yeah, make you call WhatsApp.
I go send you. You get one message I go send you. Make SMS. We need to play this message. Message of our leader. Because anybody when they do anything when they do, she said they go delay what you they do. She said they go stop what you they do. I want them to listen to that message. I will say I will try make I send them to you. Bye bye.
Right. Call her your name and where they come from.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Dalo, sir. Good morning. Darling, everybody. Wow, Mazi Alozie. Clip ano play from National Geographic Institute.
Okay.
Ana m achọgharị ajụjụ o juru eju.
Okay. Wow. Nsogbu dị na Katanga, ndị Igbo tụrụ onye isi na nsogbu dị na Katanga. Ị na-ege klip anụ ahụ, nwaọnụla obi gị asị gị na ife amelụ mgbe ịmago ochie anyị fa. Yara ekwetara na ife melụ mgbe nna anyị fa dị. Na ya bụrụzikwa na ife na-eme kịta.
This will end the 9 way they happen to 75, not yesterday.
Yes.
Oh,
then bully fan na radio nya. I cannot still get over it na mwado dengo. Nekume yebu onye ọcha na shoulder. Then ụmụaka na ndị okenye etinye fa na azụ barbed wire fa na-ewepụta gwala aka fa tinye through barbed wire like na fa bụ mmụọ nke imetụ onye ọcha aka. Then ndị nke ọzọ bụ ndị ojii nọ fa na azụ ekpuru mask n'uru. So if a picture I brought a picture 1975. Nke melu during COVID because of that was the mark. When I joe kedu melu anyị ejibutu onwe anyị to that standard. Kedu ihe ego ule mmadụ ya akwụ gị? Ọ ya akwụ onye ọbụla. Ye melu onye ahụ ebudata onwe ya to such standard. That ụmụ ịmụrụ amụ ya etinye aka na barbed wire imetụ onye ọzọ n'ụlọ kọlata. Then ka a na-ekwu mụ na mmadụ na-abụ ekwugo tata. Ndị mmadụ na-agbapụ sifụrụ ọmụba anyị abịa rapụ di na nwunye abịa rapụ nwunye na ụmụ arọ n'ụlọ. Then nke nwoke apụwa ịchọ greener pasture. O nwetazie akwụkwọ greener pasture ọ bịa kpọọ ụmụ ya. But ị na-ajụ nwunye ahụ ịrapụrụ wite ụmụ gị. Father amụrụ nso iparenti ịdị control of etu papa anyị pasiri and etu esi kwesịrị ime ebe ị na-achọ ego ịrapụ ụmụ arụ. You understand? Then onwezi ka isi chọta ife nwa kpọrọ ụmụ gị na nwunye gị dị ebe a. Onye nwa wee nụrụ somebody na-amara obodo si. A na-ada ajụzi esemala na ayị ndị famili ebe a na-amụ nwa. Onye nwa wee mechie nwee lost identity. Ụmụaka ya anatarozi. So it's really appalling na aya na-apụta dị na redio anụma na-asị mmadụ John ya Biafra. Because Biafra anụma ya bụrụ property nna m nke o ji bụrụ nke gị nna gị Mazi Alozie with all due respect. Nke o ji bụrụ nke onye ọbụla Biafra bụ ife onye niile ya eme enjoy. Ya eme enjoy kedu isi bụ na ụmụaka nọ na strike kịta fayara ejenwu nke bụ skul. Mana ndị anụmanụ na-ezu ori na-apọịntị IPOB Igbo na onye abụ onye a na-egwusisi fa na-akwụgo ụmụ ga-anọ n'obodo Igbo na-agụ. But ị na-ajụzi ese lost identity ụmụ gị in the future. I'm short of words, but Britain to go back to Britain. Britain bụ interest interest other nations, the whole ife ahụ na-asị NATO fancha ife dịka nke a na bụ February 2022 ka a na-eme ife a na-eme na Ukraine ụwa niile ebulie n'isi mana ife na-eme na Biafra land ka nke na-eme na Ukraine ma o nwere onye ya ekwu. So nke mụ bụ onye ọbụla pụta nụ ofu onye ama nweta Biafra onye ọbụla pụta nke ihe eme Chukwu nyere anyị niile talenti o nwere ndị nwere talenti nke ihe emenwu mara emenwu nke mma emenwu yara emenwu onye ọbụla pụta talenti Chukwu nyere gị let us anyị niile join ya aka nweta obodo anyị. Ifere aka ife a na-asị Twitter ụfọdụ asị gị they no dey read then they read. Yesterday enwere ụmụnne anyị akpọpụtara na prison but because na etinyelu Tunji Suji fema dị in charge of DSS etinye on notice tinye human rights on notice onye bụ onye IPOB a na-achọ achọ onye Biafra na a na-achọ achọ na nwere isi email but emega absorbed Alozie illegally pụta bịa wee send their information ka amalụ ebe a si chọba onye nwa mgbe etwitiri ogbolo na-abụ ya anụ ife anyị na-ekwu. To conclude, Mazi, because I'm na ndị ọzọ chọrọ ịkpọrọ ka nye gị nkwagharị line anyị biko
One, Kaimefano, Mazi Nigolani for your Milan, and the rest of the Panano called the market. In an honor of the Tomazi and Melanica. Although I never taken me up from here, I mean a blizzard. That inquiry line about plus 1 248 949 4843. Again, plus 1 248 949 4843. Before the message of the daily, HOD and other leadership of there and the final response. So they said April 7th around the corner. I cannot wait. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Balo for giving me the long time. Yes.
Call your name and where the come from.
That's Alozie.
No way.
That's Alozie. That's Alozie. Okay, with that Nnamdi Kanu is a caller. Ebola Tasha in the shop on that the map. We will be Biafra. We don't come up for this. Waiting again, Lord. We further finish where we get all our leaders get sent back to go to Kabia. All our leaders. See the clip where you just finished playing there. All our women all over the world, they're including you, that are their family. For pretend no one may with them for our paper. We are children and you be America. You won't come for your land and they tell you you don't go enter. Tell them I get in a line. Tell them I'm going to like a tell them I have only shit away. I'm going to buy your job. That's all over the world. We are IPO beyond that. Do we have God? We carry bullets. To go to Canada and send our leader to come and rescue us from the hands of this evil leader. This complete, when we don't say they'll be completely trapped, they say we are we do not need that. They don't know which government, they don't know the kind of sleep this money. He said, I'm to 400 billion pounds. They don't know. We don't have the suffer. They don't know now we know the best suffering, they can put here. So that they can answer great prepare. But you go to Kapiama, okay, maybe they do it. Say, my salary is close his children. I said, then I tell them, I don't know where I'm now. I shall bring it, that's what you're going to say. Any other thing, try it, is happy a woman. No guy come down to Shania, don't them guy get some money. You are so you want to go to Kapiama. That's a thing I have to think. That's why we are paying every sacrifice. To make sure that every Biafra, anywhere you are fair. Don't panic. Anywhere you there, Biafra, you there for America, you there for Japan, you there anywhere. That's one power that human beings say that don't be a cocker. And we are contending. We must live on. If they say it is by bullet, then if they get lost, say to go Canada and say make we go carry through court to go. If they say no, president to go Canada for Canada, where is Fulani to talk to that? Let's catch the mother of our leader. Then every human being here go understand that you go to Kabia and get this one. Then they think them they will believe you go to them and see them dead. Okay, first Chronicles chapter 2. Oh, DNA dead because we get bastard here. I don't get church class calling dead. That's why we get 50 million in Ghana. Okay, I didn't let that apply. I got buy a single woman. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 1 to end, and the Psalm 37, the destiny of the wicked and the destiny of the good people. Jeremiah chapter 10, keep on carrying and say, not the Egypt again. Now from north to here. Now from Fulani, now we don't for our now, yes, not the president. Let's I got back up at the number. Fulani, again, 2 Samuel chapter 23, I'll be going to Second Samuel chapter 23. David's last word. Nnamdi Kanu just yes. Think all of them were what they did as all the Japan. Makai the people okay, Chukwu Chikebe must decide that no bullet guy can walk a guy, eh? Hey, that Alozie thing to say what's what. That time you go know this is your soul, okay, you go know say my head is black. You say the cat is called a cat. Chukwu Chikebe was the biggest solo who was there, Alaya, eh? That upload that up Biafra. For I knew to such a one more caput. I know what I had to make a laugh. Dara. That's the first thing I followed. Not a call for you. Get to say, you eh? I wanted to go to what the Promaga get up to that. Man, there's no less. And I'm teaching you pay for that. Good. Now, yeah.
Now waiting the happen now with the program. Make una see the two way with the past through. Make una see the two way they happen to us. If they happen to other people, but we don't know the same thing then they do us. Then they roll and roll. And I see a Commonwealth. Commonwealth. The Commonwealth, everything. When I don't talk the two way, then they do Commonwealth the country. The Commonwealth. They open them, they make our brain, they go to what you. Call out your name and where they come from.
Good morning for your side. Good morning from late. Are you there, brother? Okay, brother. I will go up with you. I'm calling from Afridi Sud is South Africa. The scavenger, I'm the one calling to you. The scavenger from Afridi Sud. I thank you for taking my call. We were citadel of knowledge and prosperity. Onye Biafra Nnamdi Kanu set up. Onwe na kuzira ihe. Onwe na kọwara anyị. Biafra I can Mazi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience. Everybody na-arụrụ anyị ọrụ nwanne m. Ihe njide list here na-asị Igbo na-asụrụ Oyibo bụ na achọrọ m ikwu some for English, kwube some for a broken. You know, yesterday, I want to ask you, beg, how our brother Mazi Nnamdi for African rep. I hope he did well.
Telling me there now. Telling me there.
Okay, we never hear from him for a long time. But the reason why I won't make you give a message, tell a message, say, yesterday for your program, because he make it already, now he will put help us to do this job. Because yesterday, his brother, his uncle, and our brother from the river, from Cross River, he be like, say, they make him like, say, the Fulani government or Nigeria government, they make him say whether he like them or he don't like them, whether they cheat them or they don't cheat them. So now telling them I go help us come tell him say whether he don't know about Adakaburu, how they kill him, whether he don't know how they kill Ken Saruwa, whether he don't know say the only way there for him place belong to Jigawa, whether he don't know say the land for Biafra land they don't destroy him for a land even. The land will belong to us, all of us. They don't destroy them. He say if they be like them. But what I want to tell Biafrans to say, make they know, say, once they start to talk like this, I don't know, but me, I suspect, say, whether the land or Ukraine, maybe the house where born about today, be like, say, they don't destroy them. So, you know, they start to talk like this, make they give land for me. Or high or land or London. Once they start to talk like this, you know, say they won't get something. Because in next 2 weeks now, you go hear them come speak again to talk another thing. So Biafra, when they talk like this, make what I know they mind them. Now the thing why I won't make it is why I won't make our name. And you come play some message today, come play some voice, talk everything we'll talk. And our sister, we talk from London or the UK, I forget his name. He talk about how person or the other children and this thing. He talk am yesterday, he talk am today. How they carry person for head, they waka, they go. The prince of the prince to be of England, and they carry him for head. And the one of Black African country. I bet when next time if you investigate well, make it tell us the place so that we will talk to them. Ask them why the shame don't come there. That is what our leader come we think say a joke. People their shame left them come the shame us. And what thing I want to talk, this thing where we do now, this thing all culture and ex-Igbo soldiers go do for Lagos. If you look at them, it resembles them. But none of them, they say they not carry them for head. Because Tinubu and the Oba of Lagos and all of them, they go people for if they know them. Never ask them for this, so that he go, they play football for them. Then they say they carry them for head. Now same thing for carrying person for head. Because in they bring the Tinubu, like brother, and I'm saying, if you know good, in time and to wait them for good. And I think they will tell them again. They won't make men for this condition. Every year we will be running up and down. For Suleja, we run. For Kaduna, we run. For Kano, we run. This is what they want us to be. And we don't want to be in that condition anymore. That is why we say that the only thing we need is Biafra. And that is why I don't regard all these people anymore, brother. I don't respect them. Whether they be professor, whether they be this, because I know say the only thing where they know that their money, as long as the money they come, that one no concern them. As long as they are, whether they kill all their brothers, whether all of us die, they don't mind. Because you come here and say, the Hollywood people, all of them, then they spoil our name. But when you ask them, they say they know they for politics. Look at only Chi with a lago talk for the whole Hollywood actors. And they go find our name, even to and whether to save ourselves, don't talk. When they say they're for politics, Biafrans, you know that we don't ask the thing why they say every time and they tell us, we don't get father. Now we go be our father. Now we don't become our father. And only we go get our father. That's the only thing why I want this evening. Thank you, Mazi, for taking my Biafra. You must know Radio Biafra is where we have arm of government. Radio Biafra is where we worship. ESN is our security. IPOB is one family. And in this one family, IPOB, you can't get people where they head them. The people where they head them now be DOS. So you must know that whether you go to DOS chapter 1 verse 1, it's one family. You go to ESN chapter 1 verse 1, the correct answer there is that command and control, that is the answer. Command and control, that is what our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we must do. Command and control. Thank you for taking my call. IPOB members here, my
The call number are +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where the call from. Caller, your name and where the call from. That one, don't wait. Caller, your name and where the call from.
I salute you. Salute you, Dr. Alozie. Salute you, sir. I greet you now, my beloved brothers and sisters. Dear fans, so now they're everywhere in the world. People keep up their man, and they are our God. They go keep us, they move forward because waiting they look for our own. No, they drag another person's own. My name now Mazi. I want to follow my brothers and sisters to talk. You know, say the zoo, they face the consequences of what they don't commit. And as they face them, we wanted them to say,
At the end of everything, the zoo go dismiss. Everybody go in own way. So all of you will be saying they support the zoo rulers, because in a zoo they don't get any leader. Waiting they get for zoo now rulers. Few people where they rule over millions of people. So you where they support them. As they are one top people with it. If you they listen to me now, make I tell you. If you don't know the people will be say they support the zoo evil politicians, make they listen to me. The people where they make zoo politicians, they do what they do today. Now zoo soldier, zoo police, zoo journalists. Then you will be fool, will be stupid masses, stupid follower. After they don't deal with you, finish. They go tell you, say, wait, they come, make I come do road for you here. You go say, okay. You go there, they wait your time go, they don't go do anything for you. They go from another place, come and come tell you, say, okay, forget about that one now, we will come again. Make I bring somebody who will come do that road for you. You, if they move, they follow them. These Mumu people, where they follow them now, who they be? Now the whole entire zoo youth. Yes. The whole entire zoological republic youth. If you are a youth in the zoo, if you are a young boy, young girl, and you say, I'm a proud Nigeria, now you are the top two. What it make me they talk to you because you be fool. You they listen to the journalists where they support the zoological politicians, where they kill you in daily basis. If they listen to them every morning where they tell you, say, go get your PVC. Then for those of you where they say they listen, you don't they ask these zoo journalists, say, why you going to tell us, say, go get our PVC, the one where we get in court, what will happen? And they go tell you, say, no, this time, say you go make righteous. Make I tell you the truth if you listen to me, my brother. Listen, my sister, listen. You are not going to get any change. You know why? You will not get any single change for zoo. If you get your PVC, just like this evil journalists in the zoo, where they support the zoo politicians, where they keep people, they tell you somebody go get them. If you get your PVC, you go vote. After you vote finish, they go still do the same thing where they do since how many years where they don't go you. Check how many years where you done there now. 25 years, 30 years. Now you done there. 35 years to 40 years. Some of you they vote since where they want you. What will happen? People are demand for one thing, and waiting to that thing. Zoo followers will be zoo youth. If you are a zoological republic youth, a boy, a man, when you say from boy don't turn to man, you see the answer youth. They still intimidate you, they kill you. Tell your governors, your senators, your president, say you want me to negotiate. You want a round table discussion. That round table discussion. Now here you go tell these people who call themselves leaders, evil leaders, who live good life, where they live better life, where they keep their family better life, but they don't want you, when they listen to my voice, to get that better life. Tell them, say, you know, one talk, because that house where they live now, that house where you go rent, you know, maybe you go talk with the owner of the house, I think you just park and go inside that house. If you want to go inside the house, where they say you like, you want to rent them, you can go negotiate with the person who get that house. The person will tell you the rules and regulations where they say he don't put for your house. You go agree with them. You go pay money. He go say, take it, go inside. Why the zoo politicians, they don't want negotiation? Ask yourself this question. Why is their children go overseas, they live better life? You every time they go tell you, say, get your PVC. No, they don't tell you, say, get your PVC. 2023, don't they come? You see a man who say, don't they close to ground. A man who ground the price every day. When you see, say, he go die very soon. He they tell you, say, now you go make your life bright future. He say, he go give you better life. And all the whole world, when they say, don't promise, they don't promise. They fail you. You see, they believe them. True soldier where they support them carry gun. True police where they support them carry gun. See how their life, their wife, their children life don't get miserable. They suffer every day. And these people now still they suffer, now they still they support people. What do you think? And they ask you, zoo supporters, zoo journalists, when they tell the zoo youths, say, go get your PVC. Your own life is there good. Answer me this question. You know the reason why I'm making it sound this way? The zoo zoological republic rulers, zoo evildoers, they gang up against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only man in the whole wide world where come out to vote in the talk say, make they kill innocent people. Make stop the killing innocent people. When they commit bad things where God no like. They come do meeting against this man. They call Holam, put them inside DSS cell. They suffer them. All of them they dance to their tunes. They tell them say, get PVC. This time make a right choice. Make you vote the right person. And they tell you say you know to get that right person because the foundation of your vote, you don't check them. Who be the people who go give out the results? What will make you to know say if you go vote, things you go change. I want to tell you say the zoo is there corrupt. If you want to amend that corruption, wait there for zoo. Make una tell the zoo leader say there is nothing like election until una go come for round table. That is where una go tell the zoo rulers say if you want to become one of the zoo ruler at the be, your children go there here. Your children no go there overseas. If you listen to me, make una the reason. Make una not buy this idea. Go get your PVC. Those people when they talk that thing, na agent they be. They see what thing they happen in daily basis. People they die every day. Get your PVC not to end it. These evil doers, they love to live better life because 2023 to 2023, now death all of una they call. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man when not commit anything, una must leave him. And if una think say you go there, una go to do election. Now life is that so. Our brothers and sisters want to go kidnap different corners of our land. The ones who they look for. Police they kill our people for Ebonyi State. They go carry an IPOB member, go kill them. Police, this is zoo police where they support evil thing. What evil they pursue? Evil thing they look for all of una. And evil thing go follow una. If we are not do the right thing. Mazi, our God where they happen, he go bless una for this wonderful work that they do. He go bless IPOB leadership. This foundation where our leader live before I come out, we will continue to follow. People carry on bless you, Mazi.
Make it bless you too. We go bless all of us, not to just me. Now the fight, we with the fight. Now we are the fighter, so we go bless all of us. Now make with the look eye, then we go to talk our mind. For all these things where they happen. If it happen somewhere else, you think it not happen to you, but the thing say they happen to you. If they happen to you as we they talk. 1971. Diego Garcia. Then the carry people come out for land. Their own land. Their own proper land. Call your name and where they come from.
Yes, thank you, Mazi Alozie, and good evening to you from this my end, and good morning to you from your end, dear Mazi. Chukwabiyama will continue to bless you, strengthen you for this job. My name is Desmond, and I call you from Italy, Mazi. I say greetings to Biafrans with they all over the world, IPOB family members, and our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwabiyama will continue to strengthen you, guide you, and you will lead us enter Biafra and even beyond. He say, Mazi Alozie, before I go talk this evening, I want first of all make I remind our people the need for us to continue to support our ESN, Eastern Security Network. And I want also encourage our people, say if you want to support ESN, say you go make sure say you support them through the right channel. We'll be saying at the HOD of our DOS approved Mazi Nnamdi. So as I tell our people this thing, and they also tell Biafrans waiting for Italy, say we get these two numbers, we'll be saying from IPOB National Body of Italy, and the IPOB National Coordinator of Italy, na he sign up vote. Make we dey give out for our Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and well wishers for Italy. Make them they call, they support ESN. So the first number now plus 39 35100 46055. I go call them again. Plus 39 35100 46055. This one na IPOB National Coordinator number waiting for Italy. The second one na plus 39 371 3044902. I go call them again. Plus 39 371 3044902. This one na for IPOB National PRO waiting for Italy. Any of the number we will call, they go direct us how to support ESN. Make our people they support ESN. Biafrans all over the world. Make una they support ESN. Make una understand. Say when I say support ESN, the one way our HOD, Mazi Nnamdi approval. No be the one with some criminal elements them they tell you about. So no could they differentiate them, they understand. For Biafra land only one ESN we get. And at them they defend the land of Biafra. Now them they make Fulani, they run away from our land. And them they make our mothers they go farm, they come back alive. So we must they support them, we must get them everything. Mazi, you see the issue with the JB is everything don't happen finish. We don't know the problem. We don't see where they come from. Our leader don't educate us. He don't let us know everything. So now Moku join our hands now. Bring out everything we get. So that Moku for use put for our land, take back our land. Because the problem from beginning, now British, now them be the problem from beginning. If you hear that, apart from the clip where you play this evening from here, morning from your side, if you hear that the revelation where Colonel Mubusi give, he talk very clear. He said the elections of 1950, China, Britain, now they ring the election, carry and give or not, they can't carry and give Ahmadu Bello instead of to give Aminu Kano. The one with the Talaka was, the people, generally, the people, the man with the people like, they don't give up. So they can't carry and give Ahmadu Bello. So now, Ahmadu Bello now, because they know say this Ahmadu Bello, now problem you go carry come, because of his grandpapa with the Usman Danfodio. You know, so they know everything. So now they carry and give them. So they intentionally put that problem, make them destabilize, make them spoil everywhere. Then when they come, they do and come carry and enter war, come tell go one, say I'm making go to keep Biafra. After that one, and they come tell Awolowo, they make him say every money where they for account when Biafra people get up for that place, so where they call that Nigeria. Say making only 20% may they give them after the war. So that they go feel strangulate the economy for that Biafra land. So that our people go they run their commode. Then they can't go ahead again, all the whole seaports, all the whole industries, all the whole factories, they close and down. What did make them do all those things? So that if our people go school finish, what did they call it for us? Only hotel and bank. So that if our people go school finish, they go travel go for Lagos, where seaport today, where airport today, or for North, where airport today, they find job to live. So that they go feel come out for our land. So that them now and their Fulani go carry cow come, them when they go come they drill the oil. I think you understand. So they carefully plan the thing. Our people go understand. This now waiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, don't they try to make us move understand things. This freedom where would they fight? Not be for anything. Now maybe for survive as the people. You there abroad, you there here, you there there. At the end of the day, you go come become lost tribe. Ndi bona say mefule. Your name go come lost. All this thing now what our leader don't teach us finish. So the only option we get now make we fight, make we go take our freedom. He got one press release where IPOB released, I think now yesterday, yeah. Where then they torture our leader for DSS dungeon. We don't dey tell the world say them they torture our leader. Now them commit crime against our leader. Even Kenya, for affidavit where our barrister Alozie write to Kenya court, where we say Kenya government acknowledge, say our leader technically still dey for Kenya. Because no any document wey prove say they carry am comot for Kenya. But document dey there wey prove say he enter Kenya, go hospital for Kenya, do activities for Kenya. Now, Nigeria now, they no go fit explain how this man take enter Nigeria. Because now them use their mouth announce am say Nnamdi Kanu dey for Nigeria, he dey for our custody. Okay, the question how una take carry am come, they no go fit answer because they do commit what crime, extraordinary rendition. And after the whole torture and everything, when they go for Kenya, they still carry am for that day, so they torture am again. And the ones now go do like say they know they hear. America go do like say they know they hear. Tomorrow now they go define who they want sanction, who no go come America, who they disrupt election. That's useless. America and what is they call am? America ambassador waiting for Nigeria. You no go talk now. As they commit all this crime now. Nobody go talk now. Commonwealth no go talk now. All of them keep quiet. Tomorrow now they go define who they want sanction, who they want to make you not travel to America. We don't tell them make they release our leader, I no commit any crime. Unconditional release, I made a conduct referendum, move go away. Because this time around we need to die with them. All of us go die you. No be joke. So Biafrans, we must remain resolute. Everything what they do, we go they listen to DOS. Anywhere they say we go, now there we go follow. Because now they are road day. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. And Chukwa them I go bless you from here. They
will go bless you too. Chukwa them I go bless you too. The other thing they put for us, so that we are ready to make confusion. And I will go put them together. We sabi the thing what they do. We sabi them. If we not sabi, my different story. In this one, we say we sabi them. So we go nyokotala mamle ya bofu. Because if we not do them, why not yana attack? Yana yana miala. And so they go. Make we the wake up. Make we the do all the things where we fit to do. Make we be free. Freedom. Nothing personal. Freedom. Call your name and where they come from.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Alozie.
There we go.
They don't gradually they change your topic. One thing where for the clip where you play, say you get one day where they argue with one person where say you get education from your head. They come to say that the thing where our forefathers do now make we suffer. I tell them say I tell them say you don't go back and look the thing where the white people did in the past. Why did the generational sin where they catch them? But ever since the world began, the only bad things they do. King Leopold, or Leopold, whatever they call it, Leopold, for Belgium. Maybe for Congo, he begin cut everybody hand and leg alive. Render people useless. Thousands and thousands of Congolese amputated. You don't see that one? I remind them, say, all this are long. You go in Jamaica, from time to time. When they come from nowhere, come wipe them out. Everything what they don't do, they go scatter up. They will begin afraid they do it again. Because they dump them in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. They were marooned. Black people, when you don't enslave them, finish. At least America get little conscience. So when they carry them, go back to Liberia. The love of freedom brought us here. And we took the right for the boat. We'll bring them there. I can't remind them about slavery. After you enslave people, you don't want that people even live in the country where you slave them. They toil for hundreds of years, full of blood. You say no, they can't live with you. You get one white woman will carry one placard one day. I never forget that woman. He said, black man, wake up. If you think say the white man will no one make you follow and live for this earth, even for the place where he live, can allow you make you go live with him in heaven. So now they believe say heaven this. If they believe that there's power, way past them, do you think they're going to do this war in the truth? 75, now we ended. When they do this thing, they want the thing we play now. And our war, the thing they did us for war. And what about the thing that they do us now? I read the thing where one white woman talked yesterday for Facebook. He said they want to see how white people that accommodate Ukrainians were the refugees. When they allow black people, black skin, let them die from the Mediterranean Sea. The Mediterranean Sea, the Mediterranean Sea. When did the cross come? Even the five people when they go rescue them, people will get good mind among them. When they go rescue people when they drown because of the rickety boat when they take, when they go make them across. Then they go fight against them.
That Mediterranean Sea.
Mediterranean Sea, Mediterranean Sea, the Caribbean for Jamaica. Then they go fight against them. But see, they don't earmark money where they go give every family where they rehabilitate them. But they don't want to make black refugees cross, come down. So that's one of the true. So they're wicked and they're jealous and they prejudice against black people. I mean, they blame them. Now the people, now our people where they not sabi anything, generational sin, where our people, our parents, what did our parents do in the past? Where even near the thing where these people don't do us. He will come to somebody's land for a thing where God give him. He will carry, he will not only say he will take him, he will kill him on top. Carry him go top place where you know, so they are maroon. And the people make una go dictionary. Look for what is the meaning of maroon. When you maroon somebody, there was no agriculture there. There was nothing, no housing. There was nothing in Jamaica and all these islands were full for Caribbean. There was nothing there.
Helpless.
Empty land. Forest, big forest where human being never entered before. You carry human being, go dump like animal. Stay there. This is where you belong. See, cover them all around. They go start to build house shelter when they go live. And when they succeed to even begin survive, begin to depend on sugarcane. You know the white man came back again to colonize them for sugar plantation. All these things happen, and they tell people make una go read the history. The thing where they kill us because lack of knowledge. Our people don't get brain. They don't get brain. If they know history, know the thing where they happen. If they question everything what they believe. Maroon somebody, carry him. We don't know anything. All the way from Africa to Europe, you after your slave, you carry him go to Caribbean, and in the middle of ocean, dump them there. So this is carry the boat, they look, you carry the boat, leave them there, go. No food, no shelter, no extra clothes, no nothing. If not before some people were they for don't perish. They were marooned to gradually perish. That's what maroon is. When we maroon somebody, people they talk about our saying how see they kill us. Generational sin, and we see some so-called pastors, useless people who don't sabi anything. They preach for the people who get brain past them. Unfortunately, the ones who get brain go to worship them. Mazi, Dr. Alozie, God bless you. God bless you. Make other people talk.
Ben, it don't catch you. They were. Now share wickedness, so well, and with the worship them. With the worship them. We go do the thing where they tell us make we do, not the thing where they do. We say get the mask. Oh, coronavirus abela 19. Corona 19 abela. Mwa jab one. Where how many na go give us make we jab our people? I'm not going to forget to Brother Biamila. I'm not going to forget that man. We then go put the money for him bank. So yeah. Go begin jab your people. You begin the jabbing people. Hey, don't pass first reading. Now second reading. From nowhere. And now we go free ourselves. Now we. The thing we've been talking, I mean, you know, we not even look inside the matter like that. Ireland. So you carry people from them land, go put them from where without them, make them drown. And when you got my hair, call out your name and where they come from.
Biafra. God bless you all. Good afternoon. You know, Mazi Nnamdi, this topic you bring, we want to let people to get angry. It's a good honor. Because we are here in France. Sorry, my name is not what to say. Everybody to almost have presence of. And we talk about the island. You know, the same brother is the one who wanted to come and save Congo during the time of that criminal that wanted to when the Congo discovered that the Congolese people, the major problem is food, and they cannot give him one day without eating. Then he gets angry and go back. And I think that the British and other terrorists, they saw it as the liberator, and they wanted to punish their people. And themselves, they know that the origin of themselves is Africa. As they scatter all our brothers and sisters, all the whole island. You know, when our brother who just finished college talk about Sudan, there is an island which this place I'm living now. They keep people there and they force them, say that they are not going to get their freedom because of the sugar issue. That island is Mapuche. And if you take 80% of them, they are pure complete evil. I have made my research and I discovered that Mapuche, Guadeloupe, Cuba, Jamaica, the country of this guy that he is from, the started from this, and Guyana, and also Trinidad and Tobago, they are complete Cuba people. And if you go deep inside the Cuba, we discover that they have the community of Abreva people, and they are still in the Okonko and the place in tomorrow there. And you go deeply and see that other Europeans, they have blood, but they kill them. And if you ask them about their blood, they cannot give account of it. They use them as a unity, as a laboratory instrument. After getting information on what they want, they just eliminate them because they are not used for them. They have already utilized them to do their research. And if you go deeply and you discover that those people they call decent, they are the problem we have today. Because if you go back to the monarchy of the old, they just burn all the whole people. They burn people, all the scatter every corner, and share all their people and their daughter to every kingdom in the world. And they use it as an ally to capture other people who want to come out in this world. That if you want to come out, they see they are their brother or their sister or their people that are there. Then they can use some another means to lick and destroy the other indigenous people there. And you know what these people wake up decent they are doing. I don't know. If you give me this ammunition with Russia, they call Satan. I believe them could destroy that country. That's it. That place is a kingdom of darkness. That place they call Britain. It's a citadel of evil. And it must be destroyed. Or else the world cannot have peace or Biafra.
Dewa Mazi, you seem like you're sick. You're out of breath. You see, make you take care of yourself. This does sound like you sound vibrant. Not be today. So I beg, make we take care of ourselves, because say the only time where we sabi say we there for trouble, now we here say something don't happen to somebody, we won't go home. Go take care of our people. Like I tell you, many people here don't old. Many people here don't old. Because when they suffer, then they run from your papa land. They exile yourself to go back now wahala. You see the people where I played the Diego Garcia. How then they commit remove somebody from a land. The land where you know, where in great grandpapa, now you come wake them up, take them, say good morning, or here you they go. Then bodily okay wage give na here. You know come by kego kukegaka. Kegideki nigwe. Daregi. You know they touch us. Then the people where they look say na them go come make something make it better. Akrakofia ma wori jabreda. You know if you know anything we go do. Not to sell your people, destroy. Those who sabi, those who fit, not gonna go back. Not gonna go back. Those people where they say then they make entertainment, not gonna change your style. Not be the style where go destroy us. Not gonna change your style. You do something will go better. Will go better for your daughter. Will go better for your son. Will go better for your family. This is nonsense where with the land, where you do culture. And with the land and with alacrity. And we were from abroad, we come on with the telling us and the new style. Whose style be that? The Igbo style. The same Obura Inwe. Your own thing no good. No Igbo one anyway good. Nothing you get very good. No the Igbo one no good. Akibeke. Or they tell you say Akibeke no good, you say I no go chop am the two way you go talk, you no go chop Akibeke. Manonko manage she. It come to say now be the best. Anything we go, then go find a way to spoil her. Tell you say no good, and you go believe her. Because you own your kukunta. You know the boast for the thing where you have. You know the boast. Now the thing where somebody has talked, and where you go believe. You see how the thing they spread for our table. You see every time na wahala. Every time na wahala. We go there. We go survive. But not be saying you go just survive for mouth. You go there do something we go make you survive. You go there follow the instruction. You wait the way again. You sorry guess row. There's something. Lay here them. Now we go for the go. Yeah, tomorrow I go hear more about the thing with the people who are playing. No, sir, I'm not finishing. I'm not finishing. So when you hear them, you go no say, oh we could take a term of catch. You hear me talking, me coco. No women no money. The trouble where we dey see it affect everybody. Now we go correct am. Now we go make am good. So my brother and my sister, my brothers and my sisters, and no matter the way we put them, we go put eye for ground. Put eye for ground properly. Brahma wele ma wako gafre. And you don't sabi where they go. Our people. Make we dey wake up. Make we dey wake up. The world. People they make me laugh. You say the I no contain one. Everybody will get the way get. You know concern you. Yeah, the one way you sabi, na the one way you say, na the one way you get. But not to say na the only one way you get. The people where they there, the people where na they do something with, the people where say na this way or na that way, the same people they tell you say the world not go contain us, but then they tell you say heaven there. Say when I know there for heaven, when I know reach for heaven, I go see how for this earth where they drive on. When I reach heaven, nothing will go happen. The way heaven way they talk now here we man but you not go drink them. Now them go drink them. That's so it be. God go help us. As in a heaven they help and then help. Heaven help gaga be mad. This in a heaven they help already. Gaga's wrong cocoa news of this in a chinake and lagaka. Everything we do in a chinake. And they go tell you Jina Hachinake and may have make one the same the way it be. So my brother and my sister, my brothers and my sisters who could be we go the progress. We go to pray for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We go to make sure say all the things we talk, the way in talk them, we the follow. He give us charge for something, make we protect them. We go protect them. Make you not be say he give us something in charge. We throw one. That one now eye service. I'm not there for them. I'm not there. You be sabo, that my palabra. Who you the sabo for? That my palabra. World not go enter you, that my palabra. Make you say IPO be that my palabra. But the thing for the bottom line be say, when you go Basalo so be agomaya. You go ask yourself, why are they? Why they apologize? Why they apologize? Why? Because you say you don't know. Now here we go end the broadcast. Here we go end the broadcast. So tomorrow I will finish the clip one here. I will finish it so that when I go sabi when something will happen, you know how it will happen, where it happen, and who will do it. Onikechu.
Another St. Patrick's Day, IPOB lanes go, yo. Oh, another St. Patrick's Day, Island lanes go, let's go. Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there. It's time for us to fight for right.
Oh yes, another St. Patrick's Day celebration is here again. Biafra community in Ireland, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hereby invites all Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom in Ireland and around the world as we join the Irish people worldwide to celebrate the yearly St. Patrick's Day parade in County Waterford, Ireland. Date 17th of March 2022. Time 12 noon. Venue Waterford City Centre. IPOB Dublin Zone Gathering Point. Red Cow Tram Station off Junction 9 M50/27. Exit. Gathering time 8 a.m. prompt. Departure time 9 a.m. on dot. Host IPOB Waterford. For more information, please call IPOB Island National PRO Mazi Charles Ibebugu 087-746-3304. Waterford Coordinator Mazi Daniel Chukwu 089-962-9126. Mazi Isaiah Oba IPOB Deputy European Representative 089-264-8931. Mazi Charles Mba IPOB Island National Coordinator 085-143-4454. Mazi CJ Duru Anyanwu IPOB Dublin Coordinator 089-959-1330. IPOB Cork Coordinator Mazi Peter Ewuzie Ezudo 085-284-2767. IPOB Dundalk Coordinator Mazi Chineduduru 087-275-6267. Mazi Basil DK IPOB Galway Coordinator 085-210-9907. IPOB Limerick Coordinator Mazi Benjamin Anyawo 089-249-0835. IPOB Kerry Coordinator Mazi Ugochukwu Keke Inyeme 089-955-8999. Come one, come all. Let's keep Biafra alive. Sign Mazi Stephen Chukwemeka IPOB Island National Secretary 085-868-3440. All hail Biafra. Biafras we hail.
Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there, Biafrans will be there. It's time for us to fight for right.
The same way they used Okadibo to rubbish Zik. I remember Okadibo in MPN calling Zik a mosquito, or the rant of a mosquito, whatever. The same people killed Chuba Okadibo. A very brilliant mind, once again. More recently, they now use the same criminals, now clamoring for Igbo presidency. You see them not, Igbo presidency. You think they have something upstairs? They have nothing upstairs. All of them. Umahi wants Igbo, Umahi, yes, you want Igbo presidency? Oh, Ochuso Carlo, you want Igbo presidency? Oh, maybe even Obodo, you want Igbo presidency? Yes. Now let me ask you a question. When Ekwueme came out to contest in 1999 Igbo presidency, what did you do in Jos, Ochuso Carlo? You betrayed Ekwueme. You voted for Obasanjo. Jos PDP convention in 1999. So that time, Igbo presidency wasn't good. Wasn't good enough. It's now that you want it, yes? And now let us go to Dave Umahi. Your own brother Peter Obi who contested with Atiku under your own political party. You were in PDP, but you delivered the Ebonyi State to APC against your own brother. Now you want to contest because you felt that should Peter Obi go and succeed and become VP to Atiku, after 8 years or thereabout, or after 4 years, Peter Obi will naturally succeed and become the president of the zoo, thereby spoiling your own chances. What did you do? What did you do, I ask? You campaigned against your own brother, against your own fellow Igbo brother. Now you're talking about Igbo presidency. I just want to prove to the world that these people are just criminals, a gang of thieves, all of them. Alozie Zakal, after campaigning against Ekwueme, all of them, do you know that the entire PDP caucus from the East never voted for Ekwueme? So they were asking themselves, how come your own brothers don't want to vote for you? Alozie Zakal was there. Some people are championing, he should be the president. But Ekwueme served Shagari very well. Never stole a dime. In fact, bankrolled MPN. He was a multimillionaire and is very successful architect in the USA before he came back. Very wealthy man. Ekwueme. Alozie Zakal, did you vote for Ekwueme in 1999? Now that you're campaigning for Igbo presidency, was Ekwueme running for Ibira presidency? Igbo presidency is our turn. When your brother Peter Obi was campaigning, did you campaign for him? Did you vote for him? Despite the fact that he is your brother in the same political party. That is why all this your nonsensical Igbo presidency is dead on arrival. When we were doing Biafra, did you support anybody? Instead, you call the army to come and kill us. And now you want to go to Abuja. You send their force now, they'll bomb everybody to death. They are Igbo presidency, useless set of idiots, traitors and betrayers. Jim Wobodo, in 1999 in Jos, you were speaking Hausa against your own brother, Ekwueme. You are speaking Hausa. In Jos in 1999, you campaigned against your brother. Now you are talking about Igbo presidency. Dear me. Igbo presidency, there, useless people. There is something I want to tell all of you. We hope, pray, and know that Biafra will come, or the zoo will be destroyed before 2023. Of course, everybody knows that. This is given. COVID-19 saved them last year, won't save them again. This year, the vaccine is out. Instead of an Igbo man to be the president, or Yoruba for that matter, let Fulani continue. It is called Mirina Mohuana Manna Yupu. Since you people prefer to be slaves, because if we allow any of you idiots to enter into Asarok, after about 4 or 5 years or 6, Fulani will take it back for eternity. You would have benefited from your own wickedness and evil. So you know what is going to happen? If Fulani are smart enough, they should continue. Everyone saw what happened all over the world. Rigging of election these days is just is given. It is no longer a big deal. As long as you're proclaimed the winner, that's it. If Fulani are very smart, they will continue in office. They will continue in the zoo. In their zoo. Of course, we are living. We are not going to stay there. That is why you don't want to go Biafra. Because of presidency. So you and your friends cannot be eating money. You buy your own houses in Dubai. You want to be like Atiku. You want to be like your wife want to be like what's her name? Aisha. Flying private jet to Dubai for shopping. Meanwhile, we are dying. We want people to understand this. DSS especially, no matter how many groups, fake groups you create, because every day you create a fake group. Igbo, Ohaneze, Igbo in the diaspora, including men and women and
onye ndị iro gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu arahụna ụra.
Good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people, beautiful people. Permit me to welcome you this evening. It is yet another day that Chukwoke Kabiama have made, and we are grateful to be alive today, and we have every reason to be grateful to Elohim, and of course, that is why we have come out this evening to do the needful. Permit me to welcome you wherever you are. wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice. We have come to do the only thing we know how to do, and that is to fight for freedom, the restoration of Biafra, to be precise. And that is exactly what we are going to do, and that is what we must continue to do this evening. Therefore, I encourage you to join us this evening, because we are about to worship Elohim. As you know, that Radio Biafra is where we worship Chukwokikabiama, because Biafra is our religion, and that is what we have come to do once again this evening. It is a warm good evening from me, Mazi Nnamdi. Of course, I am reaching you here in Johannesburg, the city of gold. From Johannesburg, as long as you know what we are saying, from Johannesburg, we are reaching humanity across the face of this planet they call Earth. It doesn't matter wherever you are, as long as you are hearing the sound of my voice, as long as you have the blood of Biafra running through your vein, as long as your name is Okechukwu, as long as your name is Chukwudi, as long as your name is Ogechukwu, as long as your name is Ikechukwu, my goodness me, then you are a Biafran, and you don't need anybody to preach this gospel to you, because already the gospel is already embedded in you, and the gospel speaks through you. Therefore, once again, I say good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people, beautiful people. As I welcome you this evening, I encourage you to welcome others. If you are on Facebook Live, please try and share it around to all Biafrans. If you are on Facebook, don't listen alone. Don't listen alone. If you are listening on our community radio app, my goodness me, we have a community radio app. I don't know if some of you are aware that our IPOB community radio app is the best. If you don't know, let me tell you.
Get it online on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
My goodness me, Radio Biafra is the first and the last. It doesn't matter how many fake radio stations they can open. Radio Biafra is the first and the last. It doesn't matter how many fake FM stations they can open. Radio Biafra is the first and the last, but none. They have tried, my goodness me. If the zoo called Nigeria cannot defeat Radio Biafra, that would defeat the mighty of Radio Biafra. Do you know what is Radio Biafra? Something that had been in existence even before some of us are born. People are bringing curse upon themselves. People are bringing destruction upon themselves, not just only upon themselves, but upon their families, upon their generation. Radio Biafra that has been there time immemorial. I said Radio Biafra that has been there when blood of our people are being spilled. The only beacon of hope they had at that particular time was Radio Biafra. The voice of Okokondem, the voice in the wilderness screaming, Omo Biafra, Morona Anyanihi no Nyandiro Baraburuburu, Nechendo Yanche. That was the voice on Radio Biafra. They tried to float Radio Biafra International. What happened? When was the last time you heard about that Radio Biafra International? Non-existence. When the other group packed out, they tried to bring out their own. What happened? Gone, fizzled away in the thin air. Radio Biafra, my goodness me. Radio Biafra does not belong to me. Radio Biafra does not belong to you. Radio Biafra does not belong to your father. It does not belong to your grandfather. Radio Biafra does not belong to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Radio Biafra does not belong to Okokondem. Radio Biafra does not belong to the People's General, Chief Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. Radio Biafra bụ arụsị anyị gbakọrọ ọnụ wee nwere chai ideju ogugu. Radio Biafra bụ arụsị anyị gbakọrọ ọnụ wee nwere Ogbunigwe Biafra. That is what you are fighting against. That is what you are competing with. Onye isi ka ya lachi ya gba ọsọ nwanne ịgbakatakwa ọsọ ga-agbagbu onwe gị n'ọsọ. I am not here to protect Radio Biafra because I did not bring Radio Biafra into existence. I am not here to tell you not to fight against Radio Biafra because who am I? I am just an ordinary person. Mazi Nnamdi, just a mortal man. But you are fighting something that was a beacon of hope, something that gave our people the reason to live another day. When they are being killed, when bomb Ogbunigwe was shelling upon the children of Umuchukwu Kikabiama, the only voice of reasoning they can hear was Radio Biafra. When the world has forgotten about Biafran people, when the world kept quiet, kept mute, allowed the children of Umuchukwu Kikabiama to die and perish, we are being killed, we are being starved to death. The only beacon of hope was Radio Biafra, the voice in the wilderness, the voice of Okokondem, screaming, giving hope to the hopeless, giving hope to the dead, giving hope to the living. He says, and I quote, Umu Biafra, moro n'anya, n'ihi na onye ndị iro gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche. That is what you want to compete with. Let me get you right. I'm not a BC Abia. You want to compete against Ogbunigwe Biafra. My goodness me. Do you understand the monumental representation or representative of Radio Biafra? Do you understand what it stands for? Do you understand the symbolic appearance and existence of Radio Biafra? No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you understand what is Radio Biafra, you will know na Radio Biafra wa agbara. Asingi Radio Biafra wogene agbara. The so-called Nigeria spent millions, I'm talking in billions of dollars, to bring down this Ogbunigwe called Radio Biafra. The zoo they call Nigeria under the leadership of the late Buhari spent billions to bring down Radio Biafra. How can you forget so quick? My people perish because of lack of knowledge. We have a forgettive memory. Our memory is not so strong, it's not so intact. How can you forget that in 2015 they tried to hijack Radio Biafra? As a matter of fact, they did, and they came on air. They went around social media, international and locally, and they were screaming, gloating to the admiration of their saboteurs in our land, saying, we have successfully hijacked Radio Biafra. That was the news headline. How can you forget, Biafrans? We have successfully hijacked Radio Biafra, and that was after billions of dollars was injected in that operation. After billions in pounds sterling was injected in that covert operation. Lai Mohammed came out gloating and said, behold, we have hijacked the Ark of Covenant. Radio Biafra is our Ark of Covenant. Radio Biafra Biafra. Radio Biafra is our Ark of Covenant. The day the Ark of Covenant was stolen among the children of Israelites was the day they lost the glory. Ekabod, the glory departed from them. Radio Biafra was our own Ark of Covenant. And the uncircumcised spent billions to hijack it. The uncircumcised spent billions in dollars, in sterling, in euros to hijack it. And they thought they have hijacked Radio Biafra. That they came out publicly, openly, and gloated and said, we have hijacked Radio Biafra. How can you forget? Have you people forgotten? This was in 2015. Do you forget so quickly like that? Lai Mohammed gloated, Buhari gloated, their Minister of Communication gloated that Radio Biafra is dead, buried, and alive. There was panic in the camp of Biafrans. There was panic among IPOBians. We never thought we will hear the voice of Radio Biafra again. We thought that this is it. We thought that this is checkmate. But behold, the Ark of Covenant, Radio Biafra. Behold, the Ark of Covenant, Radio Biafra, appeared again and began to speak. And what song did you hear? The song of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What voice did you hear? The thunderous voice of Chineke Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was like a dream. And the so-called Nigeria could not believe it. There was confusion among them. There was confusion among the Zoological Republic of Mano. There was blame, pointing our fingers. Buhari says to Lai Mohammed, what's going on? We spend billions. Are you telling me that after spending billions of dollars, that this radio is talking again? That was the day they respected IPOB. That was the day they realized that my goodness me, the God of Biafrans, the God that says to Pharaoh, let my people go. The God that said, I will harden the heart of Pharaoh so that I will destroy him for the sake of my people. When you come to my studio as I'm talking to you now, what do you see here? Just computer, mixer. There was not much. You don't see like a big machine, something like big and powerful. All I have here is microphone. The microphone of Radio Biafra, where the truth of Elohim is preached every day, where the truth and nothing but the truth. Do you know, people ask me, what is the strength of IPOB? Why haven't you people been destroyed? Why have Devil Mahi and his undercovers in IPOB haven't destroyed Radio Biafra and IPOB? What is it about you people? And I say to them, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. As I speak to you right now, trust me for the life of me and the life of my family. I will make sure I will not utter one word of lies behind this microphone. What do I gain? What do I gain? Who is paying me to speak lies? Nobody. So why would I? Nobody is paying me. So why would I not speak the truth? That is the only thing that is still sustaining Radio Biafra till today. That is the only thing that has made our enemies to try, and yet they cannot capture Radio Biafra. And they will go back and have the Kawazion, Hana Kozion. I've got for Radio Biafra now. One day, when they lose access here, one day. That is the fight of a loser. This is Radio Biafra. My goodness me. It is the first. It is the last. I don't know what it is about this Radio Biafra. The millions that has been spent in BBC London. You cannot. What we spent in IPO in Radio Biafra is not even. I don't even know. It's like a drop in the ocean. The billions that has been spent in CNN America. What we have spent in Radio Biafra is just a drop in the ocean. Think about Al Jazeera. Think about the powerful media house you know. They spend billions, my goodness me. They float satellites on the air. Just this microphone. Just this microphone. That's all we have. Just this microphone. But it's more than a microphone. It is more than a microphone, because Elohim, my goodness me, works wonder through this microphone. Behind this microphone, prophecy has gone out. Prophecy has gone out from the mouth of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Prophecies that has come to pass. Prophecies that are fulfilling even before our own very eyes. Why? What is so special? The truth. The Bible said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The truth has set us free as Biafrans. The truth has set us free as broadcasters on Radio Biafra platform, because we don't lie. Who among us is lying? Oh, Mazi Alozie, oh, Mazi Ike Peters, a man that have seen it all, a veteran for that matter. Oh, Noah Chineke, oh, Jonas, oh, Mazi Obilo in Israel. Is it Tari Nami? Tell me, who among us is lying? No, Banon. I can put my head on the block for these names that I've mentioned now. We don't know what it means to lie, because before Elohim will give you the go ahead to broadcast on Radio Biafra, he might have searched your heart and know the kind of person you are. You can accuse me, Mazi Kechukwono, of everything. You can accuse me of everything. I will plead guilty. But lying, do you see lying? That is one thing I can swear on my life, that ever since I started broadcasting on this platform since 2017, telling Biafrans lies is something I've never ever tried, because I keep telling myself, what is the benefit? What is the gain? Who is sponsoring me to lie to Biafrans? None. The Ark of Covenant of Biafrans is Radio Biafra. The Ark of Covenant of Biafrans is Radio Biafra. If you are fighting against this monumental edifice they call Radio Biafra, your death is like this. Your death is very close. Your death is very close. If you are fighting against this edifice called Radio Biafra, your death is this close. Do you know why, brother, sister? Because our children died. My goodness me. They died because of malnutrition. But before they did, the only voice they hear is the voice of Radio Biafra. What about our generation? What was the voice we hear? The voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Radio Biafra. I remember those days when I joined IPOB newly. I'll be driving all the way from a far journey when it's all about to be 8 p.m. in the evening, like 7 p.m. in Biafra land. I'll be driving so fast, and people will be asking me, why are you driving so fast? Do you want to die? What is the problem? What are you rushing to? I am rushing to go and hear the gospel according to Radio Biafra as preached by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This has been our life, Radio Biafra. It has been our company. It has been our guidance. It has been our means of information. Now, let me tell you something so powerful about Radio Biafra. Remember, we were denied information. We had media blockade during the war. But now, Radio Biafra, the same Radio Biafra that, what is his name? What is his name? My goodness me, how can I forget his name again? The man that spoke on Radio Biafra, he carries it on his shoulder and he moves in the bush. He has no radio station. He moves around and he keeps shouting, the voice in the wilderness. He keeps shouting. And that is what I'm bringing to you this evening. The same prophecy, the same gospel. The worst part of it now is that, let me tell you, I'm even afraid. I don't even know who is my comrade anymore. I don't know whom I should go to their home now and eat. I don't know whom. I don't know because the enemy has infiltrated. There are so many infiltrators among us. Somebody will call you and say, comrade, come. Let us have fun. Let us drink. But at the back of your mind, you are worried. Can I trust this person? Is he with us or is he not with us? All right. I don't know why Mazi Foreign is buzzing me. Is everything fine? Mazi Foreign. Am I coming out? Either something is wrong or whatever. Okay, but from here everything is fine. Mazi Foreign, if there is anything wrong, please let me know. Are you fighting against what God has instituted? We don't fight. I mean, look at Mazi Kechukwono. Yes, I am muscular, but I am not a fighter. I don't fight. But there is something that fights for us. When they gather against us, when they gather to take away the Ark of Covenant, which is Radio Biafra, Elohim steps in and said, wait a minute. Many has died. Many has gone. Many has laid their blood for this Obunigwe. Blood of sacrifice everywhere because of this gospel. And you think you are the one to take it down. If the mighty of the so-called Nigeria, Egypt, my goodness me, Britain, Russia, and their co-hosts could not take down Radio Biafra, could not take down this restoration effort, what makes you think that you, a mere mortal, a common man, can do what your fathers could not do? The sabun they did not come right, and you think that you got what it takes now to sabotage this effort. Well, I have a message for you this evening. All I can say to you is this: think again before you embark on this suicide mission, because it is a suicide mission. You are not fighting with Mazi Chikedozie. You are not fighting against the OS. You are not fighting against Mazi Kechukwono. No. You are fighting against the Ark of Covenant of Elohim, which is Radio Biafra, Obunigwe Biafra. If you forget everything that I've said this evening, don't forget one thing: that Radio Biafra, he is the first, he is the last. And when it was an Abian.
Get it online on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
All right, of course, if you haven't gotten Radio Biafra on your cell phone, trust me when I tell you, Radio Biafra app is real, it is alive, it is kicking. Go and get it, download it, because Radio Biafra is the first and the last. The last miracle on this planet Earth is Biafra, in case you don't know. I am going to move speedily because of our time, and what are we going to do? We are going to pray, and therefore permit me to invite that voice, that thunderous voice in the wilderness, the voice that Elohim sent to call his people from the east, west, north, and south, wherever they are, Ebenilo Wasotoro, to tell them that the time to look towards the east, that time is now. The voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us pray.
Allow me to worship Chukwukika Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. Umu Chineke, all of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you to if we came the IPOB n'ebe niile dị iche iche ruo ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ ka ịdị mma gị na ebere gị biko gbaso ha ụbọchị ile nke ndụ ha ọkwa asụsụ eluigwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living, that they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwa Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. He said.
onye ndị iro gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu arahụla ụra.
My name is Colonel Emmanuel Mwobosi. I am 80 years old. I am too old to lie. I am not afraid to die. So I will tell you why we had to try. I am the last of the original coup planners of January 15th, 1966 with Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogu. I was close to Juku. I served him in Biafra, and after Biafra, we discussed everything. If the British had ensured free and fair elections in northern Nigeria in the 1950s, there would have been no repression led by Ahmadu Bello, the MPC and MS, who intimidated or even imprisoned NEPO candidates. Aminu Kano, leader of NEPO, a progressive who was loved by the Talakawa, the masses, could have become premier of northern Nigeria. If Aminu Kano was premier, there would have been no Tiv riots, no Yoruba repression, no Awolowo imprisonment, no Akintola sabotage, no jihad, no 1966 coups, no Igbo pogrom, no 3 million dead. Please understand that all this happened because Ahmadu Bello became premier and wanted to continue the jihad of his ancestor Usman Dan Fodio. He had a master plan which they still pursued even after his death. People think that we could have stopped the Biafra genocide, but nothing could have stopped it. Not the Aburi Conference, not Confederation, not secession. Whatever solution we brought, they will find a way to twist it and pretend it was our fault. They called our coup an Igbo coup to justify the attack. They wanted vengeance. They had killed most of us coup planners. They had killed hundreds of Igbo military officers to prevent us from fighting back. They had slaughtered over 30,000 innocent Igbos and Easterners in the north and other parts of Nigeria, but it was not enough. Ojukwu called all the chiefs and elders of the Eastern region, and we declared Biafra on 30th of May 1967 in the hope that they will leave us alone. At 5 a.m. on 6th July 1967, they fired the first shot at Gakem.
Okay, everybody on their feet, let's go!
We had no weapons. Britain armed the Nigerians fully. They had captured the oil fields of Biafra, but it was not enough. They began a blockade of Biafra. They attacked by air, land and sea, bombing civilians. By the time the war ended, over 3 million people were dead. They called it the Nigerian Civil War, but it was a genocide, worse than the Armenian genocide, and second only to the Jewish Holocaust, the worst mass murder of the 20th century. Why did they keep attacking till we were subdued? Because it was their master plan. It was the final solution to the Christian Igbos laid down by Ahmadu Bello. That was what Nzogu uncovered as the head of military intelligence. That was why they removed him, so he would not know. But it was already too late. That was why we struck to stop their crazy plan.
hear it online, on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, he's our mentor. Biafra is for him. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I conquer. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is me. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. My home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. My home. My home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM. Radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu's voice, I had a voice like him, yeah. Sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like him, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is me, yeah. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. My home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. My home. My home. I had a voice like it, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like it, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is me, yeah. It's telling me, Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. My home. It's telling me, Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. It's telling me, Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. My home. It's telling me, Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. My home.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth. For the rest of my life, be a loyal and dedicated servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We will serve you. We will not let you down. We are not going to retreat 1 inch. We will not surrender. Biafra will come.
He say, Biafra we come, Biafra we come. We want the microphone Second man Kurubito, yeah.